Okay, so I'm in the departure lounge at Kabul Airport now, heading to Dubai and then straight on to New Zealand. And it's been so incredibly mixed in terms of my experience, my understanding of where Afghanistan is at. There are people who are really happy and doing really well, but when you dig into it, it's only because there's no more conflict, there's no more bombs, there's no more guns, the war is over, and there's peace. Because the aggressors are now the rulers. And so there are a lot of people who are enjoying that. But I have met with two families. Now, these are just two families that I know who have not left their homes in the last 3 years. You think lockdown was bad, you try this. One of the girls was teaching in her home, and she was teaching younger children, and the Taliban found out and bashed her in, and now she's deaf in one ear and wearing hearing aids. And another friend of mine was receiving a tutor in her home, and the Taliban found out and burst into the home and pulled the tutor out, and that was the end of those lessons. So although I went to one school where there were some girls over the age of 13 receiving an education, seems to be very rare, extremely rare. It's happening, but it is so incredibly rare. The grief of the women and girls is beyond anything I could anticipate. Just you start talking to them about what they've lost and their hopes for the future, and they just cry and they weep and they're in grief. And yeah, it is absolutely heartbreaking, and it just emphasises to me even more about how important it is of what we're doing, that we're providing jobs. Not many, it's only textiles, it's not, but that's all they're allowed to do. All the professionals, all of these highly educated women who are incredibly smart, who had good jobs, are now not allowed to do anything except home handiwork and cleaning and things. So I feel very invigorated in our purpose for being here and why we are here and what we want to accomplish. But I also feel heartbroken and absolutely devastated. An interesting thing, I was in the market yesterday when we went to pick up our essential oils that we'll be selling as filler items in our Christmas crackers. We went back to the perfume market to pick them up, and there was a Talib guy there choosing perfumes for his wife, and he started talking to Rahila, and one conversation led to another. He had very good English, and I just went there and said, we've invested, we've got a business here from New Zealand, we're investing, we're employing women, and we are making products for Christmas. And thinking that would go down like a cup of cold cider, I'd get arrested, but I just wanted to see where it landed. And he said, you are more than welcome, we want your investment, thank you for coming, for bringing jobs. We really value what you're doing. And so I was left with a conundrum. I had an open hand invitation, and he was a very highly ranked Taliban apparently. I don't know how high, but he said that he was quite high in the command, and that it was an open invitation for investment and jobs and for Christmas. I mean, Christmas, a Christian celebration. We're manufacturing in Afghanistan, and they welcomed us in and said, go for it. And yet, when I see the impact on girls, families still living in terror, families that I tried to help get out of Kabul years ago are still in hiding. They still haven't moved, and they still won't leave their homes except to go and get the barest of essentials of food. So I feel sober, very sober. I feel convicted that what we're doing is right, and I hope that our customers who are on this journey with us understand this is more than just gift bags and reusable Christmas crackers. We are a business with a purpose, and I hope that you come along on the journey with us. But I also feel devastated and broken, and so it has been a good time reconnecting with Rahila. There were a lot of tears when we said goodbye. weeping, both of us just bawling, that she's here on her own now, you know, running the show. And I just have so much admiration for that woman. She's an absolute legend. So I've recorded a really cool video with her. We're going to be releasing it later. Yeah, anyway, so back to New Zealand, and thanks for following us along.